Ah, we're good. I Divine Cybermancy is a game that I love with all my heart. It's also a game that Remy doesn't recommend. Mandalore recommends. It is a very weird game. It is made with sauce. It is a Source total conversion game as a standalone. Let me tell you, it's weird. But it's very good. So, story here. A bunch of high school dudes. Make their own tabletop RPG named Eva. We don't know how it works. We don't know how it works. We don't know what it stands for. It has been lost to time, and we do not want to say to us how it is. This bunch of French high schoolers in the 90s, beginning of the 2000s, they make a Half-Life total conversion mod called Syndicate Black Ops. That is a roguelike, meaning that you have one character, your character has one life. Your character dies, you make a new character. You make a new character for the campaign. Then, in 2010, I think, or 11, this Half-Life 2 Total Conversion mod comes out. I Divine Cybermancy, where you are a psychic knight, a psychic that fights demons from outer space after a complete apocalypse. But it gets strange because you have in I your organization. Within your organization, you have a rival faction called the Jian, which are Asian team, and there's a whole league of literal of problems. There's a whole lot of problems that happens, and so our character is trapped within what we call the cycles of guilds. And this is the demons. They come because there was basically humanity have had a lot of psychic suffering within the years. This is very, very far away in the future. What's happening is so far away in the future we cannot even tell. Basically, there was so much humanity, so much misery, that humanity was on the verge of opening this sort of psychic gates where those creatures come from. And there was one serial killer called Shinji that, basically opened the gates because he was such a horrible human being, such a terrible serial killer that Shinji opened the gate of hell. Well, not hell, but the human psyche, the human psyche. Like all those demons are humans' hopes and fears. And now they're free to basically end humanity. It is a very interesting story, and the worst is that you. Okay, I'm going to put some spoilers here. There was a very, very, very special culture, one of the best ever. Rose for a rank. However, he was animated by greed. He was completely animated by greed and nothing else. So he convinced his wife, his beloved wife, to steal an artifact for him. And for this transgression, she had to be executed. But fucking feds Oh yeah, there's the Federation of Humanity, the last remnant of humanity. We are against them. We are absolutely against them. So generator 1, generator 2. One of the main complaints that most people have against this game is that the game is super long. But not in the way you think. It's the levels are super vast for absolutely no reason. Like the levels are enormous. And there's a route that you can take. There's a route that you can actually take that legit takes 15 minutes for absolute 15 minutes more than the original for absolutely no reason.
It's awesome. I love it.
Technically, I could hack anyone, make them kill themselves or kill others, just like that. But you have a hacking minigame, and the hacking minigame, well, it's sounds very good hacking minigame. But I love this game with all of my heart. It's a game that has a lot of heart. However, I am still a bit lost when it comes to these generators. Because usually I just kill the target and I'm done with it. I don't bother with trying to look nice in front of the looters. But yeah, this is the time. Okay, so this commander sends his wife searching for the artifact. She gets arrested, has her eyes taken away, her literal eyes. She's blinded, and then he personally has to kill her because he wants to keep his cover. This artifact would be an artifact that brings the limits, that blurs the limit between life and death, and gives you incredible power. This is an artifact of Necro Cybermancy. And what happens is that this guy, the player character, was so guilty at the idea of killing his wife that his wife appears as one of his demons. So not these demons, but there's another one called the Cynical. There's a demon called the Cynical, which is a woman with a gun, which is a fairly powerful demon that represents all of his guilt and lust for his lost wife. His lost wife called Kirke. So Circe, but actually pronounced good, you know. Actually pronounced like an ancient Greek food, so Kirke. Then he traps himself, and he basically divides himself in 4, 3 or 4, depending on the interpretation. One part is a player character. Another part, the part that's antagonistic, the part that is full of ambition and greed, becomes Commander Raymana. And yet another part becomes the Mentor. By reuniting these parts, one by one, and their powers contained within the gates, you are able to get closer to the truth, which is the truth of the cycles of guilt, etc., etc. And yes, they work for the Illuminati too. It's a whole shebang. This is why I love this game. What? Oh, this is Cynical. This is what I was talking about. This is the representation of his guilt. So me pretending to be a Jan, pretending to defect, makes me able to assassinate this guy. But technically this is me pretending to be loyal to the cult, pretending to be a Gen, pretending to defect.
It goes deep. It goes deep. But basically this is all a technical dream.
He's very happy. He's very happy. He wants to talk to us. I don't care. I'm just going to kill him. Let's go.